Hello everyone, welcome back to Stephen Kilagi's YouTube channel. Now if you like this content, I took some time to do some research, so please like and comment. I really love to hear all your comments. Now going back to the game, this is between the English and the Kumuls. Let's see the lineup for this game. Now everyone is writing the Kumuls off, saying that it's going to be an overmatch since they beat Samoa the other day. But this is a different Kumuls team. We must remember 5 years ago, the Great British Lions came to PNG, and 6 of the 13 players are still playing. People like Tom Burgess, he was on the team. George Williams, he was on the team. You look at Chris Hill. He's a bit over the age now, but he was on the team that suffered the 28 loss to the PNG Kumuls. Elliot Whitehead, John Bateman, they were all in the current lineup also. They were in the team that got handed back to them and shipped them back to the UK. So the Kumuls basically are the same team that destroyed the Lions. So if they're thinking that they're going to run over the PNG Kumuls, it's another thing coming to them. Now, let's see the lineup. Starting from number 1. You got Sam Tompkins. He was to play for the he plays for the Super League Catalan Dragons. It's a French team versus our very own Alex Johnson, South Sydney Rabbitohs, one of the highest try scorers in the NRL. So pretty well matched up, but I think our man Alex Johnson, world-class player, could be playing for the Kangaroos, but opted to play for his Nan's people, Papua New Guinea. Now, number 2, we've got Tommy Malkinson. He plays for the for St. Helens and the Super League, and his age is 31, against our own Jimmy the Jet. Now, that's going to be a good matchup. Again, Malkinson's age is 31. Jimmy's about 22. So we've got a pretty young age Kumuls side. If you can see from the matchup, all our Kumuls are pretty much the age around 20 to 28, the oldest. And then we've got a 30-year-old, pretty much. But we've got an aging English team going against us. Now, McCullum Watkins, number 3. He's 31 years old. He's a center, second row. He played for the Salford Red Devils, and in the Super League, and Leeds Rhinos and Gold Coast Titans, going against Nana McDonald, who's 28 years old, played for the Lee Leopards and the Super Leagues, North Queensland Cowboys, Roosters, St. George, and Gold Coast Titans, but currently playing for the Leeds Leopards, the newest team in the Super League. I think this will be an even matchup, but I think with Nana's aggressiveness, Nana McDonald is a very aggressive player. And he kind of reminded me of a Gordon Tallis. He's a raging bull, so I think he will kind of overpower his opposition. Going to number 4, we have Kai Pierce-Paul, 21. He plays for the Wigan Warriors. A young lad there playing in the wings, but he's going against our very own Justin Olam from the Melbourne Storms. Now, Justin Olam, he's mishandled and manhandled a lot of the best of the NRL has given. Even Toho, he threw him out like a ragdoll last time. And for this young boy, it's going to be a lesson. It's a good lesson to against our very own Wailo Pangrawa, Justin Olam. It's going to teach him it's going to teach him a lesson. So let's have some fun. So I think Justin Olam will be a bit too much for this young lad. I know he's been playing in the Wigan Warriors, but you haven't challenged Justin Olam in the Melbourne Storm yet. So that's a matchup there. Number 5, we've got Dominic Young. He's 21 years old, young guy. Huddersfield Giants and the Newcastle, and currently now playing for the Newcastle Knights. He's been playing quite well with the Knights. He's a tall, aggressive player. He's been playing well. He's going to go against our Roderick Tai. Lay-based player, Mount Hagen boy from Lace Next Tigers and to the PNG and into the PNG Hunters. So this will be a good matchup, but I think Dominic Young's got a lot of NRL experience going against Roderick. But Roderick's, with his experience at PNG Hunters, It'll be a good matchup with these two young guys. Dominic Young's got a height advantage, but we'll see how the game goes. Again, Dominic Young's pretty young guy, 21 years old. Number 6, we're going to Jack Wellesby. He's 21 also, from the English team. He plays for St. Helens in the Super League. Going against our very experienced Kyle Labert, Townsville Blackhawks. I think this will be a pretty much even match, but our Kyle Labert might, because of his experience and because the gelness of the team and how well they play together, I think he'll get one over them. Now we go over to number 7. We've got George William, 28 years old. Everyone knows him. Canberra Raiders, halfback against our Lachlan Lamb. Now Lachlan's 24 years old. He's matured over the years, in the last 5 years, and I think his kicking game's going to improve. But he's got to improve. Lachlan Lamb and Kyle Lambert, 6 and 7. Much of the PNG games really depends on them and how they maneuver the ball and move the big forwards. So I'm depending on the aging forwards that the English teams have. So if we can keep those forwards busy and tired, they can't really run a mark, and our young forwards can run it straight through them. And I think PNG's got what it takes to take this English team down. We're going down to number 8, Sam Burgess. Now, Sam Burgess, at the best of his time, is a tough man to handle. If he shows up in the game, Kumuls, it's going to be another, but it'll be another matchup. If Sam Burgess can fire up his team, he's basically the leader for this team. It's Thomas Burgess. If Thomas Burgess can, he's about 30 years old. He's got a lot of experience, a lot of NRL experience, South Sydney Rabbitohs, grand final experience. If he can carry his team, then it'll be a different story. But then again, we've got Wellington Albert. He's no pushover. I've seen his game. He's played for London Broncos, Leeds Rhinos, Featherstone Rovers. So he's got a lot of experience. He's also had a stint with Penrith Panthers. So our Wellington Albert's there. It comes up to the forwards. If Wellington shows up and shuts down Sam, it goes either way. So it really depends on our big forwards. If they can lay the platform, then everything goes well. So a lot will depend on our 6, 7, 8, and 10. If they can control the middle of the ruck, then everyone else can do their jobs. So it'll be quite an interesting match, but I don't think that PNG Kumuls are going to be, English team's going to walk all over us. Going back to number 9, Michael McCorum, 34. He played for the English team, Cattle and Dragons, and Battlefield in the Super League. He's 34 years old, and he's going against in-form Edwin Apape, hooker for the Lead Leopards Super League. Now, he's had a blinding of a year, and I think with Edwin Apape showing up and playing his game, Edwin Apape was crucial in the win in Port Moresby against the Great Britain Lion. He's a guy that, in those games, it takes those moments, as I had Gus Phil Gould said, takes those brilliant moments, individual moments that create a win for a team or lifts the spirit or lifts the morale. I heard last week with the Scotland team, with the Wales team, the coach just said that when Mackenzie Eyre broke the defense in Amgoya, it does kind of demoralize the Welsh team, and that's basically what little moments like that do. So Edwin, if he has one or two of those bursts, we can have the English on the back foot, and we keep them on the back foot. So that was up to number 10. Chris Hill. He's an pretty old player. He's 35 years old. He's at the mostly end of his career. This is probably his last World Cup. It will be his last World Cup. He's 35. He's going against our Sylvester Namo, 22 years old. 35 against 22-year-old. These are the two big bull houses that are going to go lock heads. But I've seen Sylvester Namo play. He's aggressive. He's an animal when he gets in there. He's played in. This is his chance to shine a light. If he can move the ball forward with Stanton Albert, with Wellington Albert, I think they will lead the platform for our forwards. And Chris Hill, he's no pushover too. He's a prop for the Huddersfield Giants. He's an experienced player. So it's really up to these forwards. Chris Hill and Sam Burgess, if they can bring their game, they can turn with a home crowd. they can turn the advantage. But I think PNG needs to really dig deep and believe in themselves and block all the negative thoughts. Now we're moving on to number 11. So back to the prop forwards. Chris Hills, 35 years old. He's plays for the prop Huddersfield Giants, and Sylvester Namo, prop PNG Hunters. So as you can see, Chris Hills got a lot of experience and a lot of game time. What else Sylvester Namo has to do is just get aggressive in his face. Towards him, you said, you want to kind man, that's the kind of attitude they need to go in. Now with number 11, we've got Elliot Whitehead, 33 years old, Bradford Bulls, Catalan Dragons, Canberra Raiders, world experienced player. He was another with Chris Hill, another one of those players who came into Moresby with the Great Britain Lions and lost. Going against our very own Nixon Put, Central Queensland Cappers, North Devils, PNG Hunters, a well experienced player. He's one of the core grind machines in the Kumuls team with defensive and attack. So it'll be a good matchup. I think Nixon Put and Elliot Whitehead. Elliot Whitehead, as you see, a lot of experience with the Canberra Raiders. He's a try-scoring machine also. So Nixon Put will have a lot on his hands to shut him down. John Bateman, 29 years old, another Canberra Raiders. Looks like a lot of the Englishmen are in the Canberra Raiders team. So we've got John Bateman, 29 years old, also at the edge of his career. Wigan Warrior, early of his career, he played for Wigan Warrior, Beatford, and also now he's finishing off his career with the Canberra Raiders. He's going against our captain, Reece Martin, Bulldogs, and Leeds Rhino, and I think Reece Martin can handle him. They're both 29 years old, so it'll be a head-to-head match. It'll be a good matchup between these two men. Then we have the famous Victor Radley, Sydney Roosters, 2018 and 19 Premiership back-to-back winner, going against our Jacob Alec, who's got little experience with the Gold Coast Titans. So I think Victor Radley there is a well-experienced player, and he's one of the players that the English team will go to make magic happen. So if we can shut Victor Radley down and shut the forwards down and keep them keep a lot of ball possession, I think the Kumuls will get this game. I'm putting my bets on Kumuls, obviously, because Mangi PNG. But if the English do beat us, I want the English to go all the way and win the World Cup. If you don't beat us, then you don't deserve to be in the World Cup. I can just see PNG Kumuls in the World Cup against the Australians or the Kiwis. That's just my biased opinion as a Papua New Guinean. But the English, you do have a good team, but not really impressive like the Kiwis and the Australians. So there's no excuse why PNG Kumuls cannot beat the English team, and I think we're gonna beat it. I've got 100 kina on Kumuls to win, and yeah, that's my lineup. And I think there's a couple of incidences now that it's quite unfair to the Kumuls. We've just played on Tuesday, and we've got a turnaround game on Saturday, so we've got like 4 to 5 days. A lot of the players, I've talked to the coach earlier this week, they're all a bit sore, but it kind of drives the boys more, everything's against them, but this is good. It kind of fires the boys up, and it's really good for the team now. The only thing I'm concerned about is why do we have the same reffing the Kumuls game? He's an Englishman who screwed up the PNG and Tonga game. It should be an Australian or a Kiwi or a Frenchman reffing our game. It should not be an Englishman. I think the World Rugby League needs to look at this and stop it. And then yeah, so that's my lineup for the game for Kumuls and English team. So hopefully you enjoyed my little rant. But go PNG Kumuls, and good luck to my Englishmen who are playing against our boys. You'll be very sore after the game, and hopefully, not hopefully, I know that the PNG Kumuls will win 1-12. So it'll be a close game, but we will get over the line and we will win this game. Thank you very much. That's my review for this game for the English and the Kumuls. Please tell me what you feel. I really appreciate it. Put your comments comments below. I'd really want to hear what your comments are. Sorry I didn't talk about the reserve guys on the bench. But we've got a full pack reference. I don't want to give too much out before the game, and you'll see what we do on this game. But thank you very much. If you liked it, comment, please. I'd love to hear your comment. I'd love to hear the English, your comments also. If you think I'm full of shit, or if you think the English are going to win, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd really love to do. It's all for the good of the game. We all are passionate about our own countries, and yeah, as I said, English, if you do beat the Kumuls, you must go ahead and win this World Cup. Don't beat us and then lose to in the semis. So thank you very much. Good night. I love to hear your comments. Please comment and subscribe so I can put some more out there. If you guys comment and subscribe, I'll make sure I get a one-on-one interview with the coach Stanley Tappan before the game starts. Thank you.